I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it.
What?
Get some help.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You blew it!
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Wake up! Run, rush, run, little Mika! I discussed the way to shake up. Why'd you leave the kids up on the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a rush, run, little Mika. You wanted to. I discussed the way to shake up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the kids up on the table? You wanted to. Well, I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Canned Chicken Podcast. I am your host, SithLordFelix, with the always great Mr. Valentine. How are you, bud?
I'll take great.
Always great.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yes.
Good, it's Sunday. I'm enjoying
It's Sunday.
Shenanigans.
You froze up.
No.
No, now you are. No. All right. So, you know what, man? We've been doing a lot of movies. You know, and we just did that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie
Yes.
with Greg last week, which was super awesome. Guys, be sure to hit like, subscribe, tick the bell, and all that stuff. But also check out the Last Hate Watch, where we watched the Ninja Turtles, which is Greg's first time. Hopefully you get to meet Greg a little later on today. But wow, how much fun was that?
That was fun. Not only because, you know, Greg's a cool dude, and then it's always cool, like, introducing your buddies to stuff they haven't seen. And then, two, to relive it with you, because, you know what I mean? Because we have seen it and we have spoken about it. Just to sit back and, like, watch it from beginning to end like that and just to, like, re-enjoy it.
And
you know?
still have a good time, right? It's still good.
It's still a good time.
Minor nitpicks. But essentially, you know, like, you know, and again, for like 9-year-old me, 8-year-old me, it was a masterpiece. So it was a perfect 10 movie for you know, 8-year-old, 9-year-old me. And I think I still ended up giving like an 8, 9 out of 10, you know, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
it's still an outstanding movie, you know. I'll tell you what, one of my minor nitpicks was that they kept doing this thing in that old movie where Splinter kept sneaking off and going into alleys and jerking off dudes behind a dumpster and blowing guys at truck stops. And I'm like, I mean, that's not I don't know. That wasn't like the Splinter from the cartoon or the comics. You know, I didn't see that.
That's the Michael Bay one.
The Michael Bay one with the boxing ones. You know what? No. Of course not. Because if anyone knows about giving hand jobs and blowing people behind dumpsters, it's going to be Seth Rogen. So it's the Seth Rogen one.
Oh, shit. No, he was too high. I think it's the new one, the animated one that they just put out that you might be thinking of.
Yeah. That's the Seth Rogen TMNT.
Oh, is he behind that? Oh,
he is
sorry. So
it.
I feel like there's another Turtles movie in there somewhere that I'm crossing my turtles. I'm crossing my splinters.
Yeah, no.
So Seth Rogen is behind the one that's coming out now.
Yeah, But
I didn't know.
So I didn't like that. He was behind it. Of course, he's responsible. What a jerk. You know,
Pineapple Express guy.
Pineapple Express, 40-year-old virgin, knocked up. Wow, what did they do to Splinter? Oh my God. So yeah, you know, I didn't like that they made Splinter gay. You know, and also in the original
Felix, you're 90s, such a smart, funny guy. I don't even know. Are you for anybody who's watching? I'm serious. Are you joking? What do you mean that you keep saying they made Splinter gay? What do you mean by that?
Oh, in this. Okay, all right. So, yeah, they made Splinter gay in this version. Okay,
No, but are
just
you
to
are you
kind
just
of
like
cut through it.
messing with me, or are you like he's a person? Wait.
Okay, so
Are
this is
you
kind of a really weird hole that we're about to go into. No
okay?
homo,
And I'm
but
not saying anything because I already noticed that it's like they have different characters in this one or something like that, right?
yeah, they have different characters. So like the way this goes now, spoiler alert,
All right.
because I did not bother to see this movie. I'm not going to see this movie. Uh, apparently it's gonna make money, which kind of breaks my heart. I don't like, but hey, what are you gonna do? If people like it, it's probably good. I'm like being a freaking Grinch here, but anyway, this is how it goes. At the very end of the movie, some mutant dude named Scumbug or whatever apparently is like become Splinter's boyfriend at the very end.
You read
I am not
you
joking.
must have read that wrong.
No. Okay, so let me see if I can find info on this here.
Please, because this is the trailer right now, right?
This is the
Okay, so
trailer,
far
yeah.
I see Bebop, I see Rocksteady, I see Fly Guy. Okay, I
And
see
I'm not
four
a
Ninja
fan.
Turtles.
I don't like how any of them look. They look crazy.
They do look a
Okay, so
little weird.
all right, so
It's
yeah,
almost
here
like
we go.
claymation, but drawn. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They almost look like claymation characters, like how they used to do like Gumby and shit back in the day. But it's obviously digital.
Yeah. So can you see this screen here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it too small to read?
Yeah. My eyes
Is it
not
too
that
small
good.
to read a little bit?
Well,
My eyes.
you read pretty good. Why don't you just read it?
Okay, so film reviewer claims Seth Rogen made Splinter gay in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No. All right. So you see this picture here, right?
Yeah.
So this is where the controversy begins. So apparently they become a couple at the end, and the claim is this is Scumbug. That's the guy's name,
Uh huh.
right? So
And this creature scumbug identifies as male.
identifies as male, and of course the picture won't come up.
I saw the Young Frankenstein. I was like, oh, this is a Mel Brooks script. Seth Rogen, but written by Mel Brooks, and that's why the Young Frankenstein popped up. Like now, I get this turtle movie.
Yeah, no, totally. So that's what they're doing, and of course they went ahead and they axed another redhead, so we don't get a pretty attractive journalist April O'Neil.
Oh,
We
well,
get
what do we have now?
oh, what do we have
I'm
now?
sure.
Let's see. I think she's about to come up right here.
I'm
Can you
sure
see
some
you see the trailer? Yeah. No, well, we get
reporter.
who do we get?
Because
Some
April
cool
O'Neil was a
reporters.
reporter,
She's a reporter, right? She was independent. She was strong,
right?
and she was a loyal friend to the Turtles.
Yeah, Ginger, like you said, Ginger, right?
Oh,
Pretty
there you
redhead.
go. Now we have
Who's that? Somebody who works at like the community health center or something down the block?
yeah. That's Riri
Riri,
from down the way. Yeah, no, this is
and she
that's April O'Neil.
volunteers.
Like, why?
Huh, interesting.
Why are they doing that? But hey, from what I understand, a lot of people. She isn't going over too well for with the fans. But what would I know? I know.
Yeah,
Just imagine a world where they just respected the original material and just kind of worked within that.
yeah. Why is that so hard?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh, and this is the other thing that really pisses me off about this movie. Why I'm not going to give it my money. You know how they
Oh,
learn how they learn karate in here? Or how they learn?
Yes, because Splinter, who grew up in a dojo with his sensei before his sensei was killed as a rat trained, and then he had, some stuff with Shredder go down, but then when he was living in the sewer, he saw this ooze fall onto these turtles, so he kind of took the turtles under his wing to like raise them up because Splinter had the mind of a genius, So while Splinter was doing his kung fu that he learned from his dojo master, the turtles then in turn, as they grew, were practicing with him, and then they became awesome ninjas. So yeah, I do know.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Bro,
I'm not though. I'm not
no.
lying. I
That's
just
no.
asked me a question,
You don't
like,
know Ninja Turtles clearly, okay? Because
I'm a
according to
fan.
Mutant Mayhem, they learn karate by watching movies and TV shows that had karate in it.
Wait,
That's how they. Of course, bro. Come on.
Wait.
Because think about it. How did we learn karate and martial arts? By watching Ninja Turtles.
That's true, but
Yeah.
so then does Splinter still know karate?
I don't know. He's too busy blowing a gay bug behind a dumpster. He don't care about the kids are doing.
You know what? You're right. You're fucking right.
Wow.
Wow. So instead, these Ninja Turtles, they grew up like with the YouTube generation and almost like a Tide Pod prank. They just did kung fu off the YouTubes all day and got good.
And that's just watching Bruce Lee flicks got bad or watching The Matrix. God knows what, you know what I mean? And we're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I can do that. And this.
Wow.
These story choices are enough to keep me away. Just dropping the act here. I'm like, and Splinter looks whack. Watch the movie be great. It's like these are stupid changes that really mean nothing to the movie. It turns out, but I don't know. This got nothing I want. I just have to say, for one thing, that my fan script of Ninja Turtles versus Terrifier will do no such thing with these characters. In fact, this is a kind of like a mixture of the movie and the cartoon, in the original cartoon, not this crap. So, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I can't wait to I'm still like halfway through. I'm kind of like at writer's block. I had to rewrite the middle a little bit.
Oh man, can't wait to hear it.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. But you know what? Let's stick with the homophobic thing here. All right.
Why Splinter gay?
Why Splinter is gay? Yeah. But you know what?
But no, seriously, is that a real thing? Like at the end of the movie? So what? But okay, and what I mean by that is like you just showed me a still shot of Scutterbug and Splinter like hanging out in a photo, like victory, arm over shoulder, like, hey, we just beat the bad guy. Let's take a picture. But are you saying that in the movie there's like a line of dialogue or a visual like kiss, or where they say like, you're my boyfriend now?
Oh, so yeah, let's actually keep this going here. So this is like,
yeah, I don't want to get off this just yet because I was
no, we're not just yet.
Dumb, but now I'm ready to fucking talk about this fucking movie.
All right. So this is a promo poster, right?
All right, you have a poster about the Ninja Turtles, and you have not one turtle on the poster.
Yeah, well, this is I've seen these before. You know what I mean? Like, remember, I think Dick Tracy would do that. Like, right, you would have a picture of Dick Tracy, another one of like Flat Top, another one of Little Face or whatever the hell, and Big Boy. Yeah, it's kind of weird that I know all those characters. I haven't watched that movie in forever.
That is weird, but you are right. Yes, at the same time.
There was Mumbles, right? So you see here it says Scumbug rather. It's Scumbug as himself.
Yeah.
All right. So this is kind of where the controversy comes. So apparently Scumbug is, now they're walking it back, saying that, oh no, this isn't that's not who, no, Scumbug's actually a woman. So Splinter is actually not gay. He's gay, he's not gay.
Wait, wow. And they only put out that statement because already fans were being like, what's going on with this turtle story? And then they were getting some buzz. And then they're like, oh, no, he's not gay. This character who has a man's voice and his name's Scuttlebag is really
Yes.
a woman.
Right. So now here's the thing. Here's some Reddit post that has got
But if
downvoted.
some bucket bag beetle is a gay man pretending to be a woman and then ends up with Splinter, who is a man, is that still gay? That's still gay then.
That's like just straight up degenerate. I don't
Because
even know if there's
you have to answer to me, what is a woman, Felix, before you tell me they can say that Scuttlebutt's a woman and then say it's not gay. But who are they to say what a woman is if Scuttlebutt is a man who identifies as a woman?
clearly. I can't understand it. You know, and it's funny. We're watching Ninja Turtles. This is an easy explanation. If anyone ever asks you what a woman is, it's real simple, guys. Simple.
Very simple.
Like a man, but mutated.
And be
That's
a
simple.
scuttlebug.
Yeah, be a scuttlebug. So now there's that, you know, but you know, you can't falsely accuse people of being gay when they're not. You know, like this actually happened to President Obama back in the day, just to kind of do a little segue. I don't know if you remember that, but there was like this long, really hurtful rumor that ex-President Obama was homosexual. Do you remember this?
Allegedly.
Yeah, big allegedly. Let me see if I like, you know, so you know, like just imagine that, you know, like that Michelle Obama was really a dude, you know, and they had to hide it, and then you know they would do actually gay
you know
stuff,
what?
you know.
Real quick. Well, you know what? Even because there's two things there. Yes, because I have heard that alleged rumor about the former president that we're not really saying
Yeah.
anything. We're just discussing.
No, we're
But
just bullshitting
secondly,
here.
you did say something about Michelle, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen some memes going around of that, like penis and stuff, like there's bulge in certain trousers and blouses being worn. So without putting any strikes on the channel, have you heard about maybe Michelle is a man?
Oh yeah, and I've definitely heard those. I mean, like, let me see if I can find one.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Because I'll be honest right now, and hopefully this won't get us a strike, because I look at her face and I'm like, that's a woman.
Yeah, totally. That I mean, when I see a picture like this, I totally.
Come on, that's not a lady's hand.
Right. So, all right.
That
Now,
might
but
explain the black eye Obama's been sporting, though.
oh
That
yeah,
might
totally.
explain that.
But yeah, you know, so like, all right. So this is from a 2012 article. All right. Now, what's behind the rights Obama is gay conspiracy? All right.
What does that sentence mean? I'm gonna come off a little ignorant here. I'm not fully educated. What's behind the rights? What do they mean by the rights? I understand.
Like the Republicans, they're probably the conservatives.
Oh, like the right. Okay.
It's behind the conservatives. Obama. Yeah. Well, no. Listen.
Oh,
no.
I wasn't even expecting that. Okay, that's what threw me off. That word,
Yeah.
I didn't realize right off the bat that this was already a political play article. Okay,
Yeah.
because what's behind the right wing's Obama's good conspiracy? These nut jobs.
So this is just a poorly worded
Okay,
headline.
I didn't know
so that's
when-
not on you. Yeah,
Okay,
I think that just sounds stupid. They can't say Republican or conservative or whatever,
Would
right?
it
So
change the whole flow of the thing? Yeah.
maybe, right? But anyway, so yeah, just to kind of read a little bit of it. This is from 2012. This rumor was going on. I remember hearing that and thinking like, oh, this is just y'all are just mean. He's not gay. He's got a wife. He's got Michelle Obama, and he's happily married with two daughters.
All that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything about kids. I'm just saying they exist.
No, but they exist, right? So it's like the wing nutteries, gay baiting is not just a fringe phenomenon. It's part of an old Republican tradition of macho posturing against Democrats. It's 2012, right? And like opening paragraph here. I won't go too deep into this article. You
No,
probably
go
know
ahead.
by now that President Obama is a Muslim who professes socialism and that he was born in Africa, which makes him ineligible to occupy our highest office. So silly, Mark. But here is something you may not know. Obama is gay. Not only is he gay, he frequented gay bathhouses in Chicago, along with his former chief of staff and current Chicago mayor, Rahm Emanuel. Not only did he frequent those bathhouses, he was under the influence of a transgender nanny when he lived as a boy in Indonesia. Plus, he was married to his Pakistani roommate while attending Occidental College. One theorist says that the ring he wore at the time was a homosexual symbol for a woman stay away. Had a cocaine-fueled romance with a right-wing activist and ex-convict named Larry Sinclair in 1999, who of course wrote a book about it, and orchestrated the murder of another gay lover and two gay associates from the Reverend Jeremiah Wright's church just before the Iowa caucuses in
Yeah,
2008, all
yeah.
of which helps
In
to
Boston,
explain
we say it like cork. Caucuses.
the Iowa caucuses, all of which helps to explain why he married, in the words of one Obama investigator, a mannish wife with big muscular arms. All right. So, like, these types of rumors are absolutely just despicable, and they really hurt the presidency. They hurt the office because, I mean, like, look, if there's nothing wrong with being gay, but there's
Any
no
man
reason to
and any
spread lies.
person, right? Yeah,
No one
on
likes
right.
that.
Mhm.
Like I make no, there's no secret, I'm a Trump supporter, but never I would never say that about a candidate like that, and just throw that out there. Oh wait, I'm
Sure.
sorry. What was that? Oh, okay. Obama had gay sex fantasies, reveals biographer.
Wow.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
And when was this tweet? Because you said that article's from 2012.
Oh, this is from 2 days ago, August 4th. Former
Wow.
President Barack Obama had gay sex fantasies, according to his biographer, historian David Garrow. Or Garrow, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Well,
I'm saying
in
Garrow.
all fairness, the biographer and the publishing company could be embellishing this just to get some gay dollars. You know what I mean? Because this could be fake too. That article could just be obviously they're saying, oh, the right wing could be making up. Fine. Well, these publishing people could be doing that for cash and publicity as well. So it may not even be true that Obama had these fantasies or said these words to a person that he said write it down. It could just be all made up publicity.
Just all gobbledygook, just to kind of get us
Probably.
going back and forth with each other.
It very, or not so much to get people to get the. I don't consider myself on the right, sorry, but people on the
No.
right. I don't think it's a ploy for them to get them like arguing amongst each other. Like, see,
No.
blah, blah,
I told
I do
you.
think though that there are for real gay people out there who will see that and be like, I gotta read this. I always knew it. I always thought he was, or I never knew he'd be that way. They got that gay intrigue, and they'll spend the money to buy the book to hear these fantasies.
Yeah, no, they sure will. But here we are.
But I won't go as far as to say that proves that he's a two-faced, lying scumbag, living a double life.
So let's read this article here. Let's see what's going on. All right.
Okay.
So former President Barack Obama had gay sex fantasies. According to his biographer, historian David Garrow, the news came during an interview about Garrow's book Rising Star, which includes love letters from Obama's ex-girlfriends that reveal, among other things, the 44th president fantasizing about having sex with other men. This is getting a little hot here. Woo!
Take another button off this.
Whoa, yeah, right.
Okay, but let me stop you right there. So already now we're introducing a third party.
And it's a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Crazy
that motherfucker gay. That's why he broke up with me.
I can't show them to you, and I'm not gonna let you print them, but I have letters here where he told me how he dreamed about being gay.
Yeah, right. So
So that's what that article. So that's what that paragraph just said. That right there.
So far, right?
Okay.
So yeah, let's keep going. So, and I think you're actually kind of right. To be fair. So with Alex, I think she wanted to have her role known. So when Alex showed me the letters from Barack, she redacted one paragraph in one of them and just said it's about homosexuality. Garrow goes on to say that the McNear letters contain explicit fantasies that Obama had.
So
about
that proves
having
what I
sex
said a minute ago. Even the biographer, according to this anyway, he is saying, I myself, the biographer, have not officially seen the part she redacted, but she told me it was him wanting to gay off. So trust me.
Yeah, right. So yeah, right.
Okay. At least the biographer is being honest, we think, or he's saying that he himself has not hard seen it as proof. Okay. So
All right,
far,
so Garrow goes on to
allegedly.
say that the McNear letters contain explicit fantasies that Obama had about having sex with men, and the secrecy around the letters, kept at Emory University, serves as further evidence of his own conclusion that the former president wasn't as much once-in-a-lifetime inspirational leader, but just another narcissist and calculating knife fighter. Okay, whatever that means.
It means he was like an egotistical cocksucker.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm one of those. I tend to think when there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, well, because that's the world. That is what it is. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not crazy for that.
This isn't the first time we've heard this.
No.
You know what I mean?
And the guy that the other article mentioned before, who wrote a book about his gay tries with Obama, didn't just write a book. He went out publicly. He did interviews. He said, like, on film, like, they used to gay off and smoke crack together. Yeah. Like he gave several.
He knew
interviews.
how to party. No.
And I think he suicided. I could be wrong about that. Can we look up that gentleman's name? We can get back to this. So, see, there's so many layers to this onion. I don't know if you want to do this right now, but I kind of want to do.
Nah, man.
Real quickly, I want to know about the guy who was named in the last article, who wrote the book and publicly gave filmed interviews. Is he still alive?
Okay, let's see what we're going. Let's see what's going on here.
I might have heard he suicided by mysterious circumstances.
That would be Larry Sinclair.
Yeah, is Larry Sinclair still alive? Allegedly alive.
Yeah, right. I think he's still alive.
He's really alive. I'll be glad. All right, good. I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure he is. Hold on.
And if he's still alive, that almost proves that he could be lying. This Larry guy.
It's like he could have just been
trying to make money too. Yeah. He could have just been a money hungry motherfucker. Scamming.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it looks like he's just 61, born 1961. Yeah, they don't have a death yet.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Good. Okay, so you know what? But that could just prove, like, if you would have told me that guy was dead right now, I would have believed every bit of this fucking rumor.
But you can't. I don't know. I don't know if I believe. I don't think that's the telltale sign, because
no, I guess not.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't want to kill someone because it will draw more attention. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. And sometimes people die.
Yeah, but that actually is funny. You were talking about that. That's what I remember hearing those stories about him, like getting crack and then like blowing dudes in the back of limos and shit. And I'm like, what? Which again, like, I almost feel like I gotta step back. Like I painted myself as like this giant homophobe. Anybody who knows me knows the exact opposite. That's the case. Chuck, you know. I
do know. I'll vouch for that. And then on top of it, you were very pro Obama when I met you.
Yeah, I met Obama.
This is not you trying to come on some political attack. I know this is you just discussing the man.
Yeah, I met Obama. I shook his hand. That's
right.
At St. Peter's College. That's it. But that's all I shook. Okay,
and then you sucked his
just to be clear. Yeah, right. I'm gonna vote for you.
I'm sorry. You sucked his claw. His claw.
Yeah, no, I shook his hand at when he was.
And then you shook his prick.
And it shook his dick. Yeah, right. But this was like when he was running against Hillary. Not even when he was running for president. This is like when he was running for the nomination. Mm-hmm. I knew that dude was gonna run, and I knew he was gonna win. And I voted for him
why
twice.
I vouch that I know this is not just a political attack. No. I'll say it again.
No.
So now you have carte blanche to say whatever you want.
No, I can start dropping M-bombs, a whole nine. No.
I'm white. Don't do that with me on this channel.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm just playing. I'll say it.
I'll play along. Oh man, nah, but you know. All right, just making sure that's ready.
That was Greg. Yeah.
Yeah, where the heck is Greg anyway? Yeah, thank God Greg ain't here for that, huh?
Oh, did you send him a link? Make sure you send him a link.
Yeah. I emailed the both of you, so you should have one. You
All
want to
right,
text
cool.
him?
Yeah. Let me just hit him a little text. Or do you want to continue? Take another 5 minutes and finish up this article here, because you didn't really answer me if you think. Do you think Michelle Obama allegedly, not me, and fuck that, I'm gonna stop saying that, because
we're fucking
obviously
around.
we're just discussing the rumor, right? Yeah. But when I look in the face from the photos, I think it looks very feminine. What do you think? The Michelle Obama is really a man? Do you think Joan Rivers died because she outed Michelle Obama as being a man?
No. Joan Rivers died because she was 982 years old. You know,
Yeah.
but
Having
no
her
one was coming after.
900th anesthesia high, right?
Yeah, serious.
Okay,
And,
but yeah, real quick, Michelle Obama, male, female, go by birth.
maybe I will not rule it off. I will not rule it off. No, I
like I
used
said-
to poo-poo it. I used to, like, you knew me again. This was before my red pilling. This is before The Last Jedi. You know, yeah, no, I used to think people were dumb. You know, I was like, she's she's one of the prettier first ladies. You know, compared to like Eleanor Roosevelt and shit. You know, she's more attractive.
Yeah.
And, but then I don't know. It's just the more I heard, it's just like, you know what? At this point, I'm just like, yeah, probably. You know, it's just like the government's telling me she's a lady, probably a dude. You know what I mean? They've been telling me Obama's straight this whole time, and it's not even like they're like, these are unfounded rumors, man. Obama is so straight, it's ridiculous. Anybody who believes otherwise is a stupid crackpot conspiracy theorist. You know, and now here we are, like with a little bit of evidence. They're slow rolling it out. Actually, which kind of, I didn't even touch on that. I kind of think that that's what they're doing, is that they're going to be slow rolling it out. And wait till we find out that Michelle Obama was eventually in 10 years. We all always knew that Michelle Obama was actually Michael Obama or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, and we're so proud of her that she's so brave to
Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave now. So do you believe that that whole story that Michelle was really born Michael something, had some cosmetic surgery, is really a man, and Obama's really gay?
I can't, like this is almost like flat Earth, bro. It's like
it is, because you can go round and round.
You can go round and round. But yeah, exactly. But not just that. It's like, if she is, it wouldn't surprise me. That it's like that. Like it's with flat Earth. If it's flat, it wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't you think, though, in that political realm, that she would just go full op and get rid of the dingy-dingling?
No, God!
I agree. I say no too. Right now.
No, but right, no, right, no, but maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, like, it just depends. Some people aren't like that, and I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much weirdness around them.
Okay, let me just add the cherry on top. Then
let's do it.
Obama's chef accidentally drowned or fucking foul play.
Foul play, baby. I don't know. Like, again, it's like just little things here and there. And then is there a connection that we're hearing this about Obama being gay, like just days after the chef's murder? That super buff black chef that was like apparently super attractive,
Who actually could swim. This footage of him in an athletic pool doing the fucking breaststroke. So when the press release was first, that press release doesn't match, but that this chef couldn't swim. They had
destroying
to retract that
such an ugly stereotype about and swimming.
Certain
but he could, and he could swim just fine. So like I don't buy it. I don't. It's just one more thing on the
Just a little too much
On the
smoke.
pile.
Then he's seen with a black eye and some bruised up, bandaged hands, almost as
Yeah.
if like you were in a fight.
Yeah, Fight Club.
Allegedly.
No, right, right. Yeah, probably, man. Anything is possible at this point.
Yeah, well,
And
that's for sure.
yeah, man. Here we are. But hey, not that there's anything wrong with that. We should close on that. Not that there's
No.
anything wrong with
The only
actually
thing that I
killing
think
the
we're
chef.
really commenting on as if there's just corruption and fucking foul play. This isn't really an attack on him if he was gay or is gay or if Michelle is a man or not. It's just the deception, the corruption, and the
gaslighting.
possible murder.
Yeah, and the schmurder. Yeah, the gaslighting. The gaslighting is ridiculous, right? And again, like this just round and round we go. Again, it's like I said, it's like with UFOs. UFOs is another perfect example. Right now, the government is just
to talk UFOs with you right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The government it wants us to believe so hard that UFOs are real, and we used to go down that rabbit hole of UFOs all day. Like it was almost a given that UFOs are real. Did I just lose you, boss?
No, I'm still here. I'm just texting Greg.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a follow-up question.
Yeah, no, but it's just like now that they're telling us, oh, we recovered. Y'all didn't recover shit. Y'all some lying bastards. Now I no longer believe. Yeah. I don't believe in you. Now I believe in UFOs less and less and less and less and less.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that I'm a UFO fucking advocate or anything.
Sure.
But I would like to break down that U.S. Senate hearing where they had whistleblowers coming in, and at least this one guy under oath was saying that they have technology and maybe even a recovered body, Okay. So, but do you think that that's Big Brother doing that to distract the people? Or do you think like, no, because the alien thing, the phenomenon goes back such a fucking long time. I'll only talk about from Roswell on, even though there were cases before that, but we'll talk about from Roswell on. I don't know. There is some strong evidence. I'll say that. But I still feel like the government doesn't want this to come out and that there's just more push of the whistleblowers.
You would think that. You would think that. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go on.
No, it's fine. I have two thoughts at once anyway, so.
But all right, so, yeah. Go on.
There's a UFO guy who's brilliant, and his name is Richard Dolan, and he has a show, and he's not a tinfoil hat guy by any means. He's like a real. I don't even want to call him journalist because he's more than that. But he definitely knows all the cases. He has at least all the facts on UFO sightings and reporting. So when you hear all of this stuff by all these people and people who claim to have evidence, like the guy from the Roswell crash, the police officer who brought home some materials, and then the army later came out and like, oh no, it's a weather balloon. Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you look at if that was the real picture, that's 100% Mylar. Like, you can look at it and be like, yeah, that's totally. Like, if you would have spread that shit out anymore, it would have said like "Happy Birthday" or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Will you marry me?
Yeah. Will you marry? Yeah. Some dumb shit. So like, I wanted to believe in UFOs, like, and now my shift is I'm more likely to believe that those are like demonic forces than they are actual extraterrestrials.
See, I love you. I say this as a brother. That is where even you.
That sounds wackier. That sounds wackier. No, I get it. I'm not trying to say but like, I have
because like I said, I'm a nice little Catholic boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not a devout. I'm not a hardcore. I'm not at anything. But at the same time, I mean, I am hip to why you would say that because I know you're more into the faith, or you have a strong conviction in faith, so I could see why you say that. So I don't think it's cuckoo crazy, but I do
But
feel
it sounds crazy. Like no, I get it. Oh, but I mean, like, so it is the idea of like, so like these aliens just from light years away, just knowing for a fact. Like, think about it. Let's say there's a planet on Alpha Centauri, right? Which we can see. Right, Alpha Centauri, that's our nearest star, right?
yeah.
If there was a nuclear explosion on Alpha Centauri, would we be able to see it? On a planet on Alpha Centauri, would we be able to see it, especially with our naked eye?
As humans standing looking up at the sky, no.
Regular.
I don't think we could.
Even with telescopes.
Specialists, I do feel like there would be detection by specialists who know what to look for.
Really? Yeah. I mean,
yeah, the same way we know the rotation of a moon of other planets. Like we know not even those planets, we know where those moons are just by detecting the slightest bit of difference with our gadgetry. You know what I mean?
Sure. But then it's like, okay,
so it's possible.
So let's say, all right, and if we were to we would have to look at the exact moment that the explosion was happening.
Not necessarily, but go ahead.
We would have to, I mean, to see some sort of explosion. All right, it would have to be in line of the telescope or whatever. It would have to happen where we could measure it. And
same way a nuclear bomb leaves a mushroom cloud, seen visible from space.
Think about this. Think long and hard about this, because right now, like, this is what I have trouble believing. All right, because first off, even if we did see that, like an explosion, we wouldn't even know if it was a nuclear bomb, because this is the story: is that aliens saw us messing with atomic bombs and are coming here to warn us against the dangers of nuclear weapon. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, on where does that make sense, right? Like, so aliens were watching us.
And that's just one theory, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying aliens are demons. I'm already saying.
Yeah, right.
But what I will say is that is a theory. What you said, the aliens coming down? They don't want us messing with nuclear bombs, destroy the planet. We got to teach these Earthlings. I don't know. Maybe that's it, but at least that theory comes from over like a 2-week period of military public information where our U.S. military forces reported on 2 different occasions over 1-week span after the first announcing of these nuclear missile asylums that UFOs and blah blah blah. You know what I'm trying to say? I got a few Heinekens in me. Were spotted over these fucking missile asylums for hours at a time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's where so even the theory that they might be coming down here to teach us not to mess with nuclear power is based on some sort of event that occurred more than once.
Right. But in reality, if we could just be real, so there's weird crafts on a military base that no one knows what they are, and they're running secret operations. Where's the mystery?
Because you said it right there that they weren't running secret operations. They were a crew on an army base, just on a regular routine daily duty. You know what I mean? And these things happened and put them on alert. This wasn't theirs. They were ready. They were thinking about sending fighters up to shoot them down. Do they engage? Do they not engage? There was like a whole long thing going on. So that right there tells us it wasn't ours, at least our boys. It wasn't our guys that day.
I don't think that proves that.
Aliens.
I don't think that proves that.
Could have been the Russians.
Because war games and like alerts and drills and exercises. Right.
Hello, Joshua.
Hello. Do you want to play now? But things like that. Like, not everyone is in cahoots with drills and weird experiments
Oh,
and
yeah.
things like
I
that.
mean,
So
9/11 taught us that. I mean, let's keep it real.
right, exactly. So I mean, I just now that they're saying so, oh yeah, well in fact I have that shit right here. So let's see what this piece of shit has to say.
Roll tape.
Progressive activity. Has any
It's something really cool that they do in America that they need.
Let's start that over.
at one point you had said that there has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured, and the activity. And I got
By UAPs or by people within the federal government?
both.
Okay, so there has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
I can't get into the specifics in an open forum, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here because you don't.
Ooh, you
it's
gotta
like
be
never
careful.
acknowledge tradecraft, right? So, what I personally witnessed myself and my wife was very disturbing.
At one
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see you lose. Unfortunately, he drops the ball there because anybody, if you're already public on
Yeah.
blowing the whistle, you say
Yeah.
what the fuck it is. If you're doing it for the good of humankind,
Yeah,
it's
you
almost
blowing
like
a
when
whistle?
Corey
Or you
Feldman
blowing Obama? What are you doing?
getting shit right. Yeah,
Or you blowing
exactly.
Splinter? Where
Yeah. Did Charlie Sheen rape this fucking kid, or was it somebody else? Yeah, the
yeah,
Corey.
right. Was it Corey? Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. No, seriously, this is like, this is the shit where they start getting me. They're like, oh yeah, there was like these biological. They probably had fucking dogs in there or some like monkeys that they were using to shoot into space, so they can say, oh yeah, these were non-human entities. Like thinking they're getting one over on you. But guys, don't fall for this shit. Don't fall
So,
for this shit.
is this a distracting tactic
Yeah,
so that they can mask some political corruption, or is
like
it
like the Biden corruption that's being uncovered daily,
the
literally at the same time.
the Schmeiden, the
Yeah.
Schwintons,
The shunter,
right?
Schmeiden, and the
Everybody,
Schmokane, and the
everybody at Schmepstein Island, who
and the
might know.
prostitutes, and the yeah, exactly, yeah. So yeah, all of that
Or
going on right
is
now.
this deliberate soft rollout to bring in the fake invasion, the Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, Project Bluebeam, fake invasion, and let me tell you, man, like, especially if it ends up looking convincing, we got to be careful because look, all right, let's go with the off chance that I'm right, and it is a demonic thing. Like these things could be, this could be intended to be a mass deception on a spiritual level. A lot
Well,
of
even
people
the
see
Bible says, like these things will occur on purpose by governments to bring about the Satan as the leader.
Oh, if you're talking Revelations, but yeah, there's gonna be like lies. There's gonna
Antichrist.
be. It says that there's gonna be signs in the skies. That there will be like people will be seeing things in the heavens, right, or the signals in the
Well,
heavens, things like
we
that.
know Project Bloombeam is all about the holograms and everything. Sound wave technology. You something over your head, you could hear it like it's right next to you. You know what I mean?
Oh man, do you remember there was like this thing with in Cuba, like a whole bunch of people were like claiming that they were in Cuba. There were reports that people were suffering like headaches and stuff, and they think that there was like some sort of headache ray being shot at them, and
I do remember that.
yeah, and they were like, no, actually, it was like some mass hysteria / cold, head cold or whatever. No, actually, it was a sonic weapon that was being tested, and that ended up being the case. So
Yeah, and that
and
I've already seen them in action. So we're not talking out of our asses here. They
no.
have sonic little weapons that they could point at crowds, and they make you sick and uncomfortable. And they've already been used, and I've seen it with my own eyes. You
And
know
they're
what I mean?
using them now in the malls. Did you know that they do this shit where they play this piercing frequency that only teenagers can hear, so that they won't loiter in the mall? but like
What?
the older people, yeah,
No,
it's
I
like
did
a
not hear
deterrent.
that.
It's a deterrent thing. Tim Pool was talking about it on his show. Like I want to say it was earlier this week. But yeah, they have like I've heard loosely about it. But yeah, apparently they're using that shit, and we wouldn't know because we're old fucks now.
Right. Yeah, we're not teenagers. That's for
We're not
sure.
teenagers anymore. But yeah. So long story short, I think these dudes are fucking with us. And listen, Catholics and Christians ain't safe either because this Project Bluebeam and these holograms and stuff like that, one of its intended uses is to fake a second coming.
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
what I was trying to say before. I couldn't get Antichrist and all that stuff. I couldn't get the words
yeah,
together.
well, that's even beyond that. Yeah, so like this is something different. This is like another mass deception. So like, Jesus coming down and appearing in front of me, be like, okay, hey man, I need you to go to war and listen to what the government tells you, okay? And then you know what I mean, like all that stuff. Like, oh, okay, I need you to pay your taxes, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, all that shit. So, Christians ain't safe either. Like from at least being the target of a deception. But yeah, this alien shit. I don't believe that they don't want us believing in aliens. We spent our entire life watching Star Wars, Star Trek, E.T., Mac and Me, freaking V, Independence Day, The Arrival, of what is it? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. How many movies did we watch about freaking aliens? And I'm not even talking about the stupid ones from the 60s, like The Monster from Outer Space and Plan 9.
Yeah. The 1955
The
obsession.
Blob.
Right, the day the earth stood still, all that.
Yeah, the invasion of the body snatchers, critters. Dude, we can keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
half the Twilight Zones.
half the Twilight Zones. Dude, they want us to believe in UFOs and aliens so bad. And yeah, part of it is like it is an attack on faith and Christianity, because the more people that believe in aliens, it's like, well, there probably isn't a God then. Like, I think, I think a lot of people will come to that conclusion. Or
because we spoke about this once before too. Because again, I'm the devil's advocate, so of course I'm going to say, well, if God made us, why can't He make the aliens?
Where's so there's the alien Jesus, or Jesus died for the aliens too, and they have their alien Bible. It's like, I don't.
I said it jokingly, but I really like it is a point.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, it's an interesting thought.
God is incapable of creating another life form on another planet?
No, I'm not saying that. I would never go that far.
So anybody who throws that, and I don't mean you per se, but anybody who throws that up, like, oh, well, God didn't do that because He just made us and His right.
No,
well, maybe He made
you got to pump the brakes. Yeah, you got to.
Like this.
You can't get that far. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. You can't go that far because, like, I don't know what God thinks. I don't know what God's capable of. I'm only.
And God is everything,
all powerful, right? Yeah.
So if He wanted to create some aliens on fucking Jupiter that we don't know about, even if they're humanoid, they could be there right fucking now.
Yeah, right. I mean, and
especially if
there's
you're
a difference.
You believe in God.
There's a difference between like finding like crabs on Mars or something,
finding Nemo in the ocean,
and finding Nemo in the ocean, or finding Mac and Me, which I don't know why I went back to him, but you know what I mean, like. But
I definitely remember Mac and Me. So.
Yeah, right. Such a bad movie, but
at the time I loved it.
Same here. But there's that level, there's that difference. I don't see it. I don't think. I think the problem with it is that the alien story, the alien legend, contradicts the Bible in so many ways. Like as far as like what creation was, how old the Earth is, the story, like this all. The alien story goes all along with like evolution and all the other stuff that's not biblical. Or that's like that I would say is anti-Bible. I think I'm going to be phrasing this so poorly. Let me know in the comments.
Well, I already don't know where you're getting at. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but no, you kind of know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, and in fact, I'll add to that because I feel like that's what Ancient Aliens, that show, whether you like it or not, whether you take it with any credit or not, is still trying to it's almost like in a weird way, Ancient Aliens is proving the Bible. Or at least some of the scientists on there, I'll call them scientists.
Right.
I think they too are coming at it from like with a source of a belief of God. So, for example, every time they fucking turn over a rock and told Beckley Kento somewhere in some fucking shit, and they find it right, and
Well, now they're finding a flood.
but in some weird way, there's also it matches to some biblical reference. You know, I'm not good with all the stuff, but there's been examples where they find some stuff, and it's just like, all right, so this is either the work of God, angels, or extraterrestrial life.
Extraterrestrial life. Yeah, right. So where are we?
People, especially Christians, they want to block that bridge, but it could almost bring us closer to God. Oh, God, whatever you want to categorize God.
Well, this is no.
That?
I don't think you're nuts. I don't think you're nuts. I think a lot of people believe that. Especially now. And we've had that conversation. I was on that train. It's like, oh wow, maybe God is actually it's far beyond our understanding, and yeah, he created the other galaxies and created other aliens. I was on that bridge too, but now I don't think that so much anymore. Maybe I'm wrong, and listen, if I'm wrong, I'll eat that. But, okay, I was wrong. I don't think there's at a certain point.
I'm not going to nail you to the crossover.
Yeah, right. Pun intended. But I just feel like it's just a mass deception. They want us to believe in aliens, so we don't believe in Jesus, because what do we need Jesus for when we get cool death ray guns and awesome faster than light UFO ships? Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? They want us to rely on these aliens to save us from the atomic weapons and warfare and to make us better people. Do you get that message?
Yeah, I get that.
Do you see that where they do that shit?
I could see that angle, absolutely.
So yeah, they almost want to replace God with these with these aliens.
Or is Big Brother so against the people, I don't care what side you're on, that it's not even about we have the shit on the God theory. What if it's all just let these jerkos argue whether it's God or not? We want the power. They could just be born in this Project Bluebeam to lock us down, bring in the smart cities, bring in that fucking Chinese fucking code shit, scan your forehead. You're allowed outside today. You're allowed one piece of meat kind of shit.
Yeah.
It can have nothing to do with, you know what I mean? Whether they care or not on whether people believe in God or Christians proving or disproving a God. Their whole thing could be like, no, our end game is over here. Go ahead, keep discussing the religion shit, keep discussing the gay stuff, keep discussing the gender shit. You could think there's a God or not. We're rolling in the Project Bluebeam, and it's really just for the power, the control. And that you could say, oh, that's tinfoil. Is it tinfoil?
No.
You're
right.
Because to them, I feel like anyone who wants to do that is godless anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's about science versus the church still, even though that is still going on very much. But for Big Brother, it could just be like, fuck that. Our game is way bigger than if there's a God or not.
No,
but
they want us.
A card they could play for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, shit, man.
What do you think? Do you think this is more of a play to prove that God is bullshit because most people in government today are godless, or do you think no, it's a bigger end game? They just want the power by any means, even if that means
now. Well, this goes more. I think spiritually. This is more of a spiritual element because the church in general, Catholicism, Christianity has been under immense attack. Especially this past I would say maybe 100 years. The government definitely plays a part in that. There's no doubt, but I mean, shit, man. I'm a trad cat talking. what's going on with the Catholic Church now is absolute garbage, absolute nonsense. You have a pope that's bringing like foreign gods to worship, like the Pachamama, and to desecrate like St. Peter's grave and St. Paul's grave, if I'm not mistaken. Peter and Paul's grave are next to each other. Maybe I'm getting the saints mixed up. But to desecrate them by
That's
placing
blasphemous, but okay, I'll let it go.
yeah, if I'm wrong, right? Either that or I'm super holy. It's one or the other. But
Right.
but yeah, to actually have that going on.
But what happened with that? Did somebody actually
the Pope did
destroy or disrupt a
no
grave?
the Pope the Pope had like some sort of ceremony where like the Pachamama, which is like this deity from South America that it's like demands child sacrifices and shit too, like some weird messed up stuff. But you know, and he held one of the statues over like St. Peter's and Paul's grave. It was almost like a desolation, man. This goes back to like we talked about like the novas, like what's going on with mass now. Yeah, if you're going to the wrong Catholic mass.
I remember sending you something that upset even me. Yes.
Yeah, you know, people playing ukuleles at mass and like doing rap and like, you know, they're giving people Kool-Aid instead of wine and like pizza. They're blessed Doritos. Yo, they're doing, and it sounds like I'm making this up. These are real things that they're doing.
And you were just polite right there. You were still being nice because those are all just the silly things. That's Camelot. Oh, that's just a model. But on top of like the old trans masses, the female priest, and not men who identify as female for the trans ceremonies, because that's different.
That's a whole other thing. Yeah,
right. When we bring in almost witch Coventry, the female priest wears the robe, puts on the thing, and does some witch ceremony on an altar in front of Catholics and Christians. So so all the examples you gave were real fucking light, sugar coated. I was like, oh, again, devil's advocate. I'm sorry, I don't like trans masses. If you're a homosexual, okay, sorry. If you don't like rules and sins, this is for anybody out there. A sin is basically like a rule. If they're saying like try not to do this, try not to do that, we look down upon it in this fucking belief system. If no one, I don't ever, people always be like, oh, the church don't want us, so why should we fucking want them? Let's fuck some kids in the ass. It's like, no, you're missing the point. It's how about as an adult, do what you want to do, restrain yourself, have some beliefs, and of course Jesus wants you. And so this whole like, either you or I heard somebody say it's just like, oh yeah, God doesn't want me because I'm gay, so I hate my daddy. Let me go have
right. Like no, that's not how it goes. Yeah, like because listen, I think I don't believe that. But no, for sure. Yeah. And to be clear, like I need to say this on the record is like I do not believe that being gay is like an automatic ticket to hell. Or that you're beyond salvation.
You're saying it way more politely than I am, but we are saying the same thing.
I do not believe that. I 100% believe. That it's like it's just something that people struggle with. You know, like if there's someone who struggles with like me, like I'm gluttonous. You know, some people.
You know what? I don't even want to go too much. I will discuss this with you privately, but I don't even want to go too deeply on what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything.
Sure,
you know, because that's almost that's another layer, you know.
Yeah.
As opposed to let's just keeping it to where it's like, okay, just because let's just say not even Catholics, because let's not act like the Catholics are the only ones who may frown upon homosexuality.
No, right, they're not.
We'll just say any religion, you know.
Islam, Judaism.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Or the Orthodox, if you even say in Christianity, the Orthodox and the Protestants, the original Protestants.
Right.
No,
all those religions are saying is just like, no, you could still be welcomed here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But realize who you are, what your tendencies are, and then if you agree with this, or if you feel a calling to this, then live by it. Do your best to live by it.
Yeah. No, and listen, when people stumble.
Join the fucking Church of Satanism and then fucking be a heathen, like,
because you could do
like daddy.
Because you could do the bad stuff. Because you could do the bad stuff you shouldn't be doing without being judged for it. The problem is you will eventually be judged for it. Instead, you take that struggle, you bring it You bring it to the cross, you confess, and you work on it. It's not the end of that's it's
Yeah.
really that simple. You know
The
what I
cross,
mean?
the
Like you work on
Quran, right? Whatever.
no.
No, you're right. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just expanding on agreeing with you. You know, if
Yeah.
anybody's out there listening, and I don't want to be offended, but at the same time, we're not going to stray from the truth, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, anything like that.
Well,
'Cause
yeah. No, that's I can't even direct people to a church because, like, I mean, like, yeah, because as much as like, I came back to the Catholic Church, I'm kind of like, I've been listening to like I'm struggling listening to like the Orthodox argument, so like I'm taking that in and trying to figure out like what's going on because the Orthodox claim to keep the first 1,000 years of the church and uh keep that uh what was I gonna say? Keep that ritual, keep the mass pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is. That's the claim, but those are things that I'm like, oh, okay, because apparently going backwards is where I'm at. Like as for when it comes to the mass, is like it's staying traditional. That's why I do the traditional Latin mass, but like you will never catch me in the Novus Ordo thing. But yeah, right. So anyway, what's up with Greg? What's his deal? Has he hit you back up or no?
I don't know. I didn't hear back from him. He said he would be good around like 9:30, 9:35, but
That was an hour ago.
we're doing all right. I hit him up about a half hour ago already. It was probably like 10 o'clock when I shot him a quick text. So,
well, you know what?
Maybe he can make the next one.
Yeah, maybe he can make the next one. I think we should move on to our hate watch. This whole episode's like we've been hating gay people and non-Christians.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you right now, I'm having more fun just checking out. Let's do another. I'll go another hour just watching headlines. What else is in the news? What do we else got going on? We're off to a hot start. I feel like this canned chicken episode is almost a special episode. We're touching on some serious topics here tonight.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, we're probably gonna get ratioed to fuck. We're gonna be like, we probably get downvoted to hell on this one.
Let's talk Barbie movie.
The Barbie movie? Oh God, let's go.
Have you heard the controversy behind the Barbie movie? Apparently, it's a movie really twisted, like shaped to look like kids, but the jokes are all sexual for adults. I don't like that one bit. Apparently, there's some shit where like it's one of these movies where like Barbie comes into the real world or something like that, and then suddenly realizes she's not a boss bitch and that Ken is a misogynist keeping her down. And then thirdly, they have to redeem the movie by teaching Ken how to stop his toxic masculinity, patriarchally white maleness, and bow down and kiss the feet of all the women and Barbies in Barbie world. Have you heard any of this? Please tell me you heard some of this, Felix. I mean, you gotta have one.
Yeah. I've heard. In fact, like, the
don't leave me hanging.
Yeah,
on the
no,
Barbie.
the enemy is No, the enemy is the patriarchy. In fact, like they mentioned the word patriarchy like a dozen times in this or whatever.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. You're saying in the movie? Because I was just ad-libbing right there. I was trying to give you the summary of what I've heard. Now, again, I didn't see this for myself. This is just the feedback that I've heard that I'm asking you about. If you've heard.
The weird shit that I heard, and again, this might be a spoiler for those who want to see the Barbie movie, but apparently, like, it ends with her wanting to go back to Jersey, go back to LA or Hollywood to get a vagina implanted because she doesn't have one.
I did not. But that's okay. See, that's what I did hear that a lot of the dialogue was really for adults and a little sexualized.
Yeah. No, this definitely seems like it's an adult movie. For everything that I've heard about, it seems like it's for adults, and it's like I could get down with that.
You could or couldn't. I spoke over you. Do you agree with this premise or no?
I mean, no, because kids are gonna watch it.
That's the thing.
They're gonna see.
I almost said yes too. Like, all right, once they got the first viewing opening night, people hear the jokes and like, oh, this isn't necessarily a kids movie. Like, let's go have a fun date night. Let's go watch Barbie. It's for adults, you know. But what I don't like that it's very much gonna hit that young girl audience.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna fucking really be for them. In fact, yeah, it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know this wasn't pushed as a complete adult movie. You know how you have like the movie with the Grinch with fucking Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Now the Grinch is a kids movie.
Definitely a kids movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But every once in a while Jim Carrey throws something out there that goes over, like in Beetlejuice when I was
The
9 years
Simpsons.
old. Right. But
Simpsons
that
does
was
it, yeah.
real harmless, something that if adults
Layered
happen
humor.
to watch, right.
Yeah.
This is not that. This, I think, is more purposely trickster to get these fucking young impressionable girls in there,
Sexualized.
sexualize them,
And
and to
feminized.
gay up any of the males. Like, I have sisters. There were times where it was like, no, we're not going to see fucking Commando. My dad took us to see My Little Pony or something. I got 3 sisters. Every once in a while, I got to sit through Grease. It happens. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But shit like this, so if there's boys in that kind of family the way I grew up, they're going to see that shit. And, you know, I definitely think it's to target the young boys who go to see the movie with their sisters to get a little soft.
Oh shit! Jay Dyer's is debating a Muslim.
And
What is ours?
just for the record, I have no problem with people being gay. What I don't like is forced if someone isn't, you know, to be that way, you know.
I got a problem. No, I don't got a problem either. No, I'm totally.
Well, your problem is you sucked Obama's cock.
Yeah, yeah, right. And nothing ever lived up after that. Right.
Yeah, right.
It's all downhill.
Right. Your only anger of gay is that you weren't more gay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But you can't. No, yeah, that's not the issue. But yeah, they're doing this thing, especially with the Barbie movies, that they're really trying to like, they're trying to just put these weird ideas into girls. They're gonna ruin it. Now, I've heard this weird thing that the movie is unintentionally based, as from Heels versus Babyface. Did a couple of videos on this, which I thought were absolutely great. Why do I have Jay Dyer's debate in the background?
Yeah, why are you picking on the Muslims?
Yeah, but what was I saying before that? I lost my thought.
You were just saying subliminal stuff, the Barbie thing,
Oh, that it was
sexualizing
that it was unintentionally based. Like,
yeah.
because Ken is the bad guy in the movie apparently,
I've
right?
heard that.
And like the Kens exist to worship Barbie pretty much and like crave their attention.
So you heard more than I did. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, and it ends up like when he goes to the real world with Barbie, he ends up discovering the patriarchy, and he brings it back to Barbie Land, right? So
Now,
that
what is their definition of patriarchy? What is this movie using?
that
word
I don't know, but they saying that, but you know, it's like I didn't see the movie, so I don't know what their take on it is.
Yeah.
But I do know that when Ken goes back with the patriarchy, Barbie tries to stop them or whatever, or it goes back to say Barbie Land, but apparently it's almost like a paradise. Like the girls like hanging out with the dudes, right? The Barbie's like hanging out with the Kens. They're having a good time, they're partying, and then like apparently it gets undone. Like, oh no, we can't have it this way, you know. And it ends with Barbie like breaking up with Ken and telling him to go be with someone who will appreciate you for who you are, you know. And
what are they doing?
And then she leaves to go to Hollywood alone,
right?
To get her vagina plasty or whatever, to get her surgery to become a real woman.
Wow.
And she could take on the world by herself.
All
I can't wait for Barbie 2, where she buys her second cat and
marries her first wife.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and they adopt their first Barbie together.
Yeah, are you
They
kidding me,
adopt a
man?
boy Barbie, but they
A
dress
boy-
it up as a girl
Yeah,
Barbie.
he's a Ken, but they'll turn into a Barbie.
Yeah, a black Ken that they turn into a little girl Barbie.
Yeah, that they can parade around in front of their friends. Can you believe that shit?
No,
Oh.
it was worse than I thought. Sorry if I sound old fashioned, but that's not the Barbie my sisters grew up with.
Yeah. Our G.I. Joes used to hump those
Yes, they would. My Captain
used to hump
America
those
got
Barbies.
Bobby pregnant 3 times.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
I mean, Barbie heads I destroyed as a kid. That's,
Okay, man.
sibling revenge. Yes,
Shit.
I
So
destroyed many of Barbies.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of feeling we should watch something. We should do a hate watch. It's the thing.
Up to
You
you,
know?
my man. Yeah.
I had Hellraiser ready to go because
Oh, you did.
yeah, I do. I had that one on deck. You haven't
Alright.
seen it. I'm excited to see that, and I'm excited to hear your take on it.
Okay, let's run it. I'm surprised this one got by me. Like I said several times, like I remember the trailer. I remember when it came out. I remember all the hype about it. Pinhead, the whole thing. Everybody dressed up
Yeah,
as Pinhead that next Halloween. You know, I wanted to see. It was on the list. Just got by me. So I have no like bias or I'm not jaded on this particular movie. I'm coming in fresh and a fan of the '80s horror movies. And this is that, right? This is pretty much late '80s horror, right?
yeah. Hold that thought
Michael
because we
Jordan.
are going to start.
Stop it.
What?
I didn't mean to do that. All right, so let me say to everybody, hit like and subscribe. We'll see you on Hate Watch,
I'll see
and
you on those.
pray for us. And listen, if you're gay and you're in politics, we're still cool, bro. Just you can still hit like and subscribe. You know, you're more than welcome here. You know, but how do we end that? All right, good night, guys. Take care.